It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Utah Jazz in Salt Lake City. Well, for the Jazz, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And we've heard so many nicknames for Rudy Gobert already, I'm not going to recap them or ask which one you prefer, Shaq. But Kenny, I will ask you if you think he's the best defensive player in the league right now.
What do you mean, the Gobernador?
The Stifle Tower? Yeah.
Oh, the leaning tower of Blockiza?
And what about Gumi Gobert?
None of those I've heard of before, but he still blocks at an elite level. This guy is unbelievable. And I just think the way he does it, he not only blocks out, he changes them, which makes the defense really great and anchored at the back.
It's hard to say if he's the best, but he's definitely in the conversation just due to how much space he eats up inside.
Time for tip as we send it over to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
The Gobernador?
You came for battle, just expect to bleed. Oh, I'm a born survivor. Don't count me out, cause what don't kill me only makes me stronger. Cause what don't kill me is only more to conquer. Makes me stronger.
"2K Sports" checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Utah, downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, the home of the Jazz. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. We'll be catching up in a bit from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And back in Utah following the road trip, it's the Jazz on home turf. This game's going to be a challenge for them. Facing one of the top-tier teams in the league, they'll have to be at their best to steal a win here.
Right now for the Jazz, this is probably a season they can't get through quickly enough. It has been a disaster on all fronts.
And when that happens, the talk is already about what's going to change in the offseason. And the way things have gone, there's going to be plenty of that.
And before the tip-off, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Tyronn Lue.
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligence.
Thank you, David. Here at the midway point of the season, the league pecking order now coming more into focus.
You know, I think generally you can see who's going to be in the playoffs by this point. You understand what a playoff team looks like and what a non-playoff team doesn't. Certainly by this point, some teams are saying, you know what, I think we might be heading toward the lottery. Let's help that cause along.
But I never feel, even though people will speculate and talk about this, that the teams try to lose to better their position. I've always felt these are pros. It's on tape. And their individual careers as much as the team is at stake here.
I think you make a great point because these guys are about pride. No one likes losing. In fact, you can see rookies who come in and have had success at a high level on the college game, how much of a toll it takes on them mentally. And I'm a big believer, Kevin, is you can't try to lose because if you do, it sets a very poor standard moving forward for those players.
That's a great perspective. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love, the two superstar forwards. J.R. Smith out there with Mo Williams. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now Smith following Alec Burks' three-point attempt. The kick out to LeBron. Now the pass to Love. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Well, nice job from Kevin Love in the mid-range, right? I mean, this is his best look. He has no problem knocking it down.
Hayward outside. Nice ball movement by Utah. Offensive rebound. Here's Gobert. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for your Jazz, Rudy Gobert. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. And the Stifle Tower, the French rejection, whichever name you want to give for Rudy Gobert, it probably speaks to his tremendous rim protection abilities, Greg.
Man, a few years back at the Combine, his wingspan measured at a record 7 feet, 8.5 inches. Clearly one of the league's premier shot blockers. Very difficult to shoot a high percentage against him. And at the offensive end, he's become an excellent rebounder and finisher in traffic.
They were right there on him, guys. When you take away space from a shooter, it can rattle and force a miss like they did there.
Burks kicks to Favors, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Let's hope that's never the plan, and certainly not this early in the game. You don't want to let him get on a roll. That can make a long night for you.
Here is Love. Derek Favors making his last shot. Smith, no luck. Hayward on the wing. James covering. Hayward can't hit.
You're always surprised when he misses that kind of look, whether the defense is on him or not.
Love the pass to James. The 11-footer, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Doesn't seem to matter. When LeBron's in rhythm, defenders can be draped all over him. It doesn't matter.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. He took good advantage of that screen. Williams with the ball. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix. Thompson outside. There's the dish to James. The kick out to Williams. In the corner, Smith with it. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Suns in Phoenix.
Yeah, and the foul trouble coming down the stretch. You know, they didn't have the guys on the floor you'd like to have out there, nor could they be as aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I thought the constant substitution threw guys off their normal patterns, and that typically leads to diminished production, as we saw in that game.
Here's LeBron after Gordon Hayward's bucket. 11 feet away, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
We know that LeBron has always been a good foul shooter. Not a great one, but a good one.
And you look at LeBron's career, he's been cast in so many roles. The child prodigy, Doris, the chosen one, the villain, the champion, now the savior. So much of that is media creation, as we know. At this point in his career, does he care, you think, Doris, what people even say about him?
I think he's certainly conscious of his brand, Kevin, but I think LeBron's at a point in his career where it's a little bit devil-may-care. The Miami move was so criticized. Those rings don't come with any asterisks, though, right? I mean, he realizes that as long as he wins, the rest is just noise.
Good on the three-point shot. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Williams, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Thompson kicks to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. Tristan Thompson is second.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
That one a little long. Utah trailing here. Hill dishes to Burks. Outside Hill. Smith against Burks. Hayward up top. Kicks it to Favors. Poked loose. With the shot. Hayward can't hit.
You know, he's had a tough quarter shooting the ball, but one thing you have to give him, he's fighting out there.
James, no good.
All the credit goes to the defense, preventing a terrific finisher like that from throwing it down.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And looking at the Jazz roster, they're a well-balanced group. You see scorers, Greg, playmakers, rebounders, shot blockers, plenty of quality depth.
And they've done a great job of drafting. Many of the main pieces of the puzzle seem to be in place. The next step for me is, will one of these young core players emerge as a superstar?
A free throw drops for Gobert. He's off on the second. Cavaliers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. LeBron passes to Williams. Back to James, and finished off by LeBron.
If you're going to step in front of LeBron James, we're going to question your sanity. Just a freak of nature.
Utah comes into this one after the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
You know, typically you're looking to your second unit for hustle plays, rebounding, things like that. But this time, it was their offensive punch that sealed the victory.
Jazz trail by 3. High, arcing shot, and the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater. And I tell you what, Gordon Hayward just steadily has grown into one of the better offensive players in the league. He does a great job of scoring it off the dribble. He's also at that small forward position, can be kind of a point forward, if you will, with his playmaking ability. And I like to call him, use a baseball term, he's like a 5-tooler. I mean, he does all the things you want a basketball player to do well on the floor. And to cap it all off, he is a great teammate as well.
And they're able to recover. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Start it.
Talking about Hayward's versatility on offense, some would say his ability to cover smaller, quicker players defensively is another reason his star is on the rise.
His ability to get stops on the ball as well as provide quick help to his teammates is really priceless. The question now is ceiling. How much better overall can Hayward get? Some think he's more of a number 2 guy than a superstar. Some will tell you the sky's the limit.
Now here's Gobert following the shot by Tristan Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. On its way from Hayward for 2. And nothing but hair on that one. Smith against Burks. Over in the corner, Williams. It's stolen by Hill. At the top of the key, Hayward. And there's the call on James. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And the Jazz with some changes. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Gobert. And Hood subbed in for Alec Burks. Shumpert, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Hill kicks to Johnson. Good, the assist goes to Hill. And the Jazz lead by 2.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The screen from Thompson. Shumpert against Hood. From deep, James. James with another miss. Jazz have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Favors with the screen. Hill dishes to Hayward. And stolen by James. To the right side. Shumpert against Hood. And the rejection by Favors. Outside Hood. Here's Johnson. And that's going to be a travel.
A moment here to see the numbers for Hill. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, He really keeps the offense flowing.
Hayward against LeBron. The feed to Williams. Thompson, a screen on Hill. Williams attacking. Thompson passes to Williams. Chalk up 2 there.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
That kind of ability to adjust in the air is the only way to do it when you're faced with that much of a size disadvantage in the paint.
A different look for Utah. Withy comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Dante Exum in for George Hill. Cleveland also making some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Jefferson subbed in for LeBron. Now here's Johnson. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
You know, that's just intelligent basketball. Put that pass exactly where it needed to go to set up the shot.
Here is Williams. Out to the wing. Cleveland moving the ball around. No one near him. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. Jazz have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. And Hayward with the stuff. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now, here's Fry. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. For Cleveland, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
Part of the cycle of the game, young guys coming in, older guys on their way out. Doris, what do you think it takes for a young player looking to establish themselves against seasoned veterans?
Yeah, I think coachability first and foremost. Listen to the players who are around you. Listen to the coaching you're getting. You have to accept coaching. Establish your work habits early, and I mean that in between the lines and off. Are you taking care of yourself physically? Are you eating properly? Are you resting? There's so much that goes into the success of an NBA player. And
a lot of ways for teams to help in that regard. A lot of guidance in all those areas.
Well, you're talking about guys who are now being drafted sometimes, Kevin, at 19, 20 years of age. As you know, you're not quite legal in the eyes of the law, so you have to have good people around setting a great example and making sure they're doing all the things necessary.
Here's Shumpert after Gordon Hayward's bucket. Outside Shumpert. In the corner, it's Jefferson. Back to Fry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams for 3. The rebound by Withy. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Now here's Hayward. He had 16 points in the win against Memphis. Pass to Johnson. Here's the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in.
If you're going to screen for your man, screen like you mean it.
Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. The Cavaliers, number 1.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end. And you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
Now here's Shumpert looking for his first basket still in this one. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and backcourt for Utah.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
Jazz leading by 3. Johnson outside. Exum sets a screen for Johnson. To the middle, here's Hayward. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. 14 points for Gordon Hayward.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
They set the screen. Outside Williams. Left side, Shumpert. Will it go? Cleveland the rebound. And Anderson kicks to Shumpert. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Williams. Shumpert dishes to Williams. Anderson a screen on Johnson. Williams passes to Shumpert. A 3-ball. Another miss by Shumpert. And so the first quarter is in the books. Jazz out in front, up 5. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Well, I certainly like the play calling. They're keeping the defense guessing, and more importantly, they're generating points.
Johnson is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Neto in at the 1. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Pass to Gobert. Back to Neto. Johnson outside. Neto kicks to Burks. Fires from deep. Buries it from three-point range. Burks has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Utah. The Cavaliers trail by 8. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, the Utah Jazz is one of the up-and-coming teams in the West, and it was a system-wide commitment to young players. The younger teams tend to struggle, but head coach Quinn Snyder said he's committed to letting his players learn through their mistakes. He said it may be painful at times, but that's how we get better. And a lot of things, the only way to learn is through experience. Guys,
they're catching on quickly, thanks, D.A. Here's Neto, following the score by Cleveland. Johnson, good.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The 19-foot shot. It's rebounded by Neto. Jazz leading by 9. And the Cavs are clearly an elite offensive team. Defensively, they've been a little more vulnerable. Doris, how do they make strides, you think, at that end of the floor?
Well, Kevin, part of it is simply focus and the will to improve. Players like Kyrie Irving and Tristan Thompson are great athletes, and they can improve on that end. I think they've needed another wing stopper who can space the floor as well.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
Boy, and Shumpert looking very comfortable, knocking down shots from beyond the arc, just like he did there.
Outside Hood. Johnson kicks to Neto. Back to Johnson. Passes to Burks. There's the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Burks has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Jazz. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers. And how teams are able to work together is the greatest key to success. Doris, you appreciate that. In your eyes, as a player, as a former coach, what makes a good teammate?
I think probably the most important thing is you see a guy who is as excited for their teammates' success as they are for their own, right? It's not just a fist pump or a dap up when they score. It's when the guy next to him scores.
And that's what you enjoyed playing point guard.
Oh, I loved it. Listen, for a point guard, it's as good to get an assist as it is to get a bucket.
Interesting. Neto can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Thompson outside. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Well, a chance to check out Tristan Thompson here. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. First in rebounding, and he's also number 2 league-wide in field goal percentage. You love his ability to score over the top of the defense.
Now here's Favors. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Favors got his second basket of the night.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Terry kicks to Love. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I think greatness requires sacrifice, and Kevin Love has fit beautifully as a secondary scorer here. He spaces the floor with that shooting ability, willing to hit the offensive glass, and he's become a player who can score efficiently without dominating the ball.
First trip to the line for him here. No good on that one. At the same time, the Love creates breathing room for others with his shooting. Doors, it's clear he doesn't want to be reduced to just being a floor spacer.
Well, and I don't think, Kevin, that's the best role for him either. He's a player who can work from the elbow and on the post. He makes plays for himself and those around him. They've got to run the ball through him at times to get him touches and allow him to make plays.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. McRae passes to Thompson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And as a point guard, you ran a lot of pick and rolls. Its screen roll play is the very basis of offensive basketball. Just how much nuance do you think is involved? And I know, but I want to hear you. A successful pick and roll and pick and pop game.
Okay, so this just to give you some context on how involved the pick and roll is. Jeff Van Gundy has 300 pages of how on both sides of the ball you effectively run the pick and roll.
You've got to be kidding.
300 pages in his coaching book on how to deal with the pick and roll.
And how about pick and roll defense?
Oh, I mean,
about the same equal number of pages,
and
right?
I'll tell you this, this is why the Chris Pauls of the world are so highly valued, because it doesn't matter what scheme you throw at Chris. He comes off that pick and his eyes are up and he's surveying, and in the most split-second fashion, running through a series of reads and making the right decision every time.
So here's the most basic play in basketball, yet if you go a layer deeper, it's maybe the most complex play in basketball. How to play it, how to defend it.
I'll tell you, they say the best things in life are the simple things in life. Pick and roll is the NBA at its absolute definition.
Hood. Another miss by Utah.
High quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
He didn't look comfortable going up, but he knew it was a good look. Had to take it.
Now here's Terry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Let's check out the NBA's top producers from three-point land. Well, you look at Burks, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
So it's the Jazz now. Nice ball movement by Utah. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings out west. Taking a look at Golden State, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And of course, the Utah Jazz just way behind.
And seeing where Utah is, their season has been exactly the kind of misadventure their fans were afraid it might be.
And with the major changes we know are coming, now you have players fighting for their jobs, trying to prove they deserve to be here beyond the end of this season.
And Utah making a change here. Hill's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. LeBron comes in for Kevin Love. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Mike Dunleavy. Hill kicks to Favors. He feeds it to Burks. Gobert, the screen. The three from Hill. Favors controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Jazz lead by 15.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
Now LeBron. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man. And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And here's Hill for three. Again, missing Hill.
You know, after draining a three-pointer in the first, he's been unable to capitalize since.
Here's James. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I love seeing LeBron James back in wine and gold, guys. I mean, I think he's here where he belongs and isn't going anywhere else. You know, nevertheless, he's kept that player option after every season, something that gives him a lot of control over his future.
Free throw good, LeBron. And LeBron with a huge voice, it seems, in the Cavaliers' decision-making. Everything from roster decisions, Doris, to who's the head coach.
Well, there's always a lot of questions about how much power LeBron wields in any organization he plays for. It would be a tricky balance for any head coach because you're in the lead role. For LeBron, he's a great player, and he wants to put greatness around him.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Jazz have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
First one falls for him. And so many different personalities in the NBA, Doris. You've gotten to know a lot of them. Who stands out as being some of the great players just to talk about the game within this league?
Well, LeBron James, I think, does a really nice job for me of answering questions in a very thoughtful manner. You'll see him just take a second to process whatever it is I've asked and then really try to give the fan at home a sense of what he was thinking in that particular matchup.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He's a very, as you know, such a cerebral player, and that translates to the postgame.
No doubt that is within his range.
I think that's exactly what you're looking for on the break. Finish right at the rim.
Feeds it to Thompson. Back to James. Dishes to Thompson. In the corner, it's James. Once again, off the mark by Cleveland.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Hill kicks to Withy. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart.
And when you look at this shot chart, you get a good visual of just how often they are settling for something outside. They have to know that this defense wants them to take those kinds of shots, and they would be a lot better off if they recommit to attacking the basket.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
You know what? They just are in a funk right now offensively. A good time to maybe come up with a play to get them a good look.
Yeah, they're pressing, no question, forcing things that aren't really there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Anderson, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Jefferson comes in for McCray. And Mo Williams subbed in for Jason Terry. Now here's Williams. 8 points for him. Back to LeBron. In the corner, Smith with it. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And here's Exum. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Pick up by Hill. Favors, dishes to Exum. For 3, sinks the triple. And the Jazz lead by 20.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now here's Williams. He averages about 5 points a game. James outside. Shoots it. And that misses everything.
And he has slipped into a funk. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Confidence, he's lacking poise, he's forcing things that aren't there, he's just taking shots out of rhythm.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Derek Favors. Hill kicks to Withy. Anderson with the block. James outside. It's good, and that's just his third make in 10 shots. An off game for him.
Just a high percentage look for LeBron. I mean, he's so good in the post.
Exum with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. It's taken away by Smith. Here is Anderson. He dishes it to LeBron. Unloads from 13. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Jazz leading by 18. Now Hill. He has 5. He kicks it to Withy. 6 to shoot. Here's Hayward. And the rejection by James.
Don't bring that weak stuff in here. LeBron always on the prowl to send shots back with force.
And James throws it down hard.
He plays with such an aggressive attitude. Even a sliver of daylight gets him to the rim.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here is Hill following the basket by LeBron James. Hill passes to Johnson. Now here's Exum, covered by Smith. Basket counts. Exum's got 5 now.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
LeBron dishes to Jefferson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And you think of the great outside shooting of the Cavs. Doris, how much of that is the brilliance of LeBron James creating those shots for his teammates?
Look, you hit the nail on the head, Kevin. LeBron is not only one of the most devastating slashers and finishers, but his passing might be his greatest strength. Pinpoint bullet passes that zip into shooters' hands before the defense can react. And you look at his shooting percentage on his passes, sky high.
Channing Fries checked in for the Cavaliers. Iman Shumpert has come in for Smith.
You see Shumpert drop his head for the basket. You know what he's planning to do. Explode to the rack for a dunk.
There's the pick. Hill kicks to Johnson. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. And Cleveland the other way now. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
For Cleveland, they have really struggled at the line in this one, well under 50% so far. And that one falls for Jefferson. And he makes both free throws. 35 seconds left in the first half of the game. Johnson the screen. Johnson sets the screen for Exum. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And there's a whistle that goes on Iman Shumpert. That's his first foul. And Utah making a change here. Neto's checked in. Here is Hayward. He's got 14. Clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Jefferson passing to Williams. It's stolen by Johnson. And that concludes the first half. Jazz lead by 14. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, we're trying to defend, and we've been a little bit fortunate too. They missed some shots, but more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
How about this? A major upset brewing. Welcome to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Gordon Hayward wasting no time getting hot. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz?
Well, how about their ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway. We'll see you after the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Gordon Hayward with another strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
Amazing, because they're always a focal point for the defense and always looking for ways to take them out of the game, and that didn't happen in this first half.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Smith and LeBron filling out the wings. And it's Williams at the point. The kick out to Hill. But they'll get another chance. Taken away by Williams. Smith outside. No one near James as he lets it go. No good with the tip.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Burks. Gobert's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Jazz. The Cavaliers trail by 16. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Utah wasn't going to let Gordon Hayward go to Charlotte. They matched that offer sheet a couple of years ago. And now he's growing into his role as the go-to offensive player for the Jazz. But it's his versatility that really makes him special. He said, I have to be active and have to affect all parts of the game in order for us to be a successful team. And indeed, Kevin, he does a little bit of everything.
Sure does. Thank you, D.A. Hayward can hit.
Struggling coming out of the break, just 1 for 4.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And here's James outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. LeBron's got 14.
If LeBron's three-point game is going, turn the lights out. It's over.
Gobert the screen. Gobert with a screen on James. Smith against Burks. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Favors. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Tough start to the second half. Just 1 for 5. Wow.
And here's Smith. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. A rebound by the Jazz. Favors has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
I tell you what, Derek Favors has arrived. I mean, the 3rd overall pick back in the 2010 draft. Never a doubt about the ability and the talent, but I think it took him a while to get comfortable playing at this level. And then the last 2 seasons, it feels like he's just kind of put it all together. It oftentimes takes young guys coming into this league a little bit of time to develop their niche and their identity. But once they do, boy, watch out.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And talking about the improvements made by Favors, he's really added something to his game, Greg, every single year.
A great point. I mean, he plays the pick and roll beautifully now, whether it's rolling to the basket on offense or using his mobility to deter the pick and roll at the other end. I mean, the versatility to man both front court spots is a huge plus when you're playing matchups. If he can just stay healthy, he has the potential to become a perennial all-star.
He's been taking what the defense gives him, shooting a high percentage, and they still trail.
Favors with the screen. Now, here's Burks. He's got 8, and here's Hill for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
And he hits the first of 3. Jason Terry has checked in for Mo Williams. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. The Cavaliers trail by 16. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. J.R. Smith on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists in the game. Works with it. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Shot off the pick. Goes back up. He lays it in. Burks has got 10.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's James. He's got 14. It's stolen by Gobert. And Hayward with a clear path to the hoop. In for his 7th make in 13 tries.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Been the story all too often for them today. Too disorganized, not playing cohesive basketball at all.
Now here's James, a big-time producer. Currently he's averaging 25 points a game. The pass to Love. J.R. Smith on the wing. Burks covering. Clock is at 3. A baseline J. And he knocks down the jumper. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, guys, it doesn't matter if the defense gets a hand in his face or not. He's still able to bury those shots. Just a special, special player.
Here's Favors. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Jazz lead by 17.
Well, there's no question about why they're up. His accuracy has been phenomenal tonight.
Thompson inside. Gobert on him. Love dishes to Thompson. Poked away. It's stolen by Gobert. Hayward kicks to Burks.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That's his first personal foul.
The Jazz have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight. 7 for 10.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Hood's checked in for the Jazz. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Dunleavy's checked in, so we can't get either to fall. And for the big 3 in Cleveland, LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love, it took some time to develop their chemistry.
Well, as Coach Lou said to them, Kevin, hey, it's not always going to be your night. Encourage them to feed the hot hand, and in particular told Kevin Love, you're a bad man. Demand the ball. And I think once he got integrated into the offense, they got better.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now, here's Burks. 10 points for him. From past the arc. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
You know, that's a great play. Some confidence that time. He found a nice gap in the defense, didn't hesitate, let it fly.
Thompson, a screen on Burks. James kicks to Love. The kick out to LeBron. Shoots a 3. And no good that time.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Now Hill. He's got 8. Favors sets the pick for Burks. Pulls up on the elbow. Favors can't get it to go.
He has the skills to finish that. I cannot believe he blew it.
In the corner, it's James. There's the dish to Thompson. And here is James. 14 points for him. 4 on the shot clock. And Love throws it down.
Well, the awareness that LeBron possesses was on display there. He knew exactly where to find the easy look.
Utah leading by 16. Now here is Hill. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Outside Favors. From deep. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
In the corner, it's James. Back to Smith. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Cleveland moving it around. Beyond the arc. They get the rebound. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Utah calls timeout.
Starting.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Yeah, I like this stoppage in the action. Regroup, devise a new strategy moving forward.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Jeff Withy, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Johnson comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Exum in for George Hill. And then for Cleveland, Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Amon Shumpert has come in for LeBron. And it's Jefferson in for J.R. Smith.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Free throw good. Amon Shumpert.
You'd like a guy like Shumpert to be just a little more efficient at the line, but he gets it done more often than not.
Exum kicks to Hood. Exum with it. He has 5. Launches it. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. The Cavaliers #1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Kicks it to Dunleavy. Back to Jefferson, and that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Hood. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 15 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
And Fry slams it in.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
So much tenacity. Really tries to outwork everyone around him.
Exum passes to Burks. There's the pick on the wing, Johnson. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Yeah, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
It's a pick by Love. For 3, Dunleavy. The rebound by Withy. Withy's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Jefferson. To the middle. Here's Love. The rebound by Withy.
You know, something's off. His shot mechanics, perhaps, and they need him to shoot it well right now.
Hood dishes to Withy. Exum kicks to Withy. The feed now to Hood. And it's Exum in the corner from past the arc. It doesn't go for him. Jefferson with some nice D. Shumpert passes to Dunleavy. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Dunleavy's got 4 points now in the quarter. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Now Cleveland moving it up. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Jazz leading by 9. Down low, here's Burks. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Burks has got 15 points.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
It's a pick by Love. Pass to Dunleavy. It's stolen by Johnson. It's 2-on-1. And here we go. Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
You know, true. He got to the spot where there was nothing a defender could do to stop him.
Pass to Fry. Back to Jefferson. Launches it. That shot off. And it's Utah the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Burks kicks to Johnson. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 9 points in the game so far.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Jefferson dishes to Shumpert. We've got 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Cans it from downtown.
Shumpert makes it look so simple when he drops in a jumper like that.
Jazz leading by 12. Exum kicks to Burks. Outside Hood. Fires from 18. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Just deadly from mid-range. He's got such a great feel for that shot.
Outside jumper. No good there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Utah out in front. They lead by 14. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. The Cavaliers trail by 14. A tall wing pair with Hood at the 2 and Hayward at the small forward. Rudy Gobert is out there with Johnson, and it's Neto in at the point guard. That's the group right now for Utah. Now, here's Fry. Here's James.
Stop it. What can you do? James is so big and athletic that sometimes you have to foul him if you're on the defensive end.
And the first one drops. Derek Favors checked in for Joe Johnson. And he makes both free throws. Here's Neto. Gobert the screen. Neto kicks to Hayward. And that one comes up a bit short.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what, but there's no reason for that kind of shot.
Here's James, and LeBron throws it down.
And that's exactly what they need to do right now. I mean, just attack the basket. And, hey, if you get fouled, maybe you get some free throws out of it.
Here's Neto. Favors with the screen. Neto kicks to Gobert. Favors with the screen. Stolen by Thompson. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Goes up. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Neto. Pass to Gobert. To the paint. And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And here's Neto outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. On the wing, James. Back to Williams. Utah with the rebound.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he's reliable on defense. Doesn't allow a shooter any separation to get comfortable.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Thompson, a screen on Hayward. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Here's Neto. Favors with the screen. Feeds it to Gobert. Back to Neto. Got a piece of it. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
You know, this hasn't been his best game, but he's been aggressive, and they're winning.
Outside Williams. From beyond the arc. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Cavaliers making a switch here. Smith is checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Neto kicks to Favors. Good up top. The 3. Hands it from downtown. And the Jazz lead by 11.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Thompson inside, defended by Gobert. Back to Williams. They set the pick. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now here's Favors. Gobert with a screen for Favors. He feeds it to Hayward. 6 to shoot. Back to Favors. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. That's 12 points for Derek Favors.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Too many. Simple as that. Their defensive weaknesses are being exposed right now.
Hayward kicks to Hood. Up top, Gobert. He's covered by Thompson. Gobert, the screen. In the corner, it's Hayward. Fires the 3. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 13. LeBron kicks to Shumpert. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Guys, you can see the speed of Shumpert with the ball on the floor is so hard to handle, and that's why he's going to the free throw line.
Free throw good. Amon Shumpert.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hill's checked in, and both free throws good for Shumpert. Jazz leading by 11. Now Hill. Hayward outside. Gobert the screen. Lets it go from the wing. Again, the miss by Hayward.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And the jam by J.R. Smith.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And the shot goes down.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And here is LeBron. Thompson outside. Back to LeBron. The screen from Thompson. James, the pass to Thompson. Here's Shumpert. Offline with his three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Favors with the screen. Now here is Hill. Hayward outside. Here's the three. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
They grab their own miss. Another shot. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Williams. The Jazz have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Hood against Shumpert. And Gobert kicks to Hill. Right side Favors. It's back to Hill. And again, it's Utah. Williams with the ball. Dishes to LeBron. 11 feet away. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Derek Favors.
You simply can't bite on that pump fake from LeBron because he is waiting for you to leave your feet, and he's going to lean in to get to the line.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Kevin Love's checked in for Cleveland. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Jazz leading by 13. Here is Hill. Sweet little floater. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, got a little fancy with that one. Laid in the floater and got the crowd buzzing.
There's the pass to Thompson. The 9-foot shot. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And it's Hood in the corner. Nice ball movement by Utah. Hayward outside. Inside, Gobert. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Their D is getting chewed up. It's time for someone to step forward, put their foot down, and put a stop to these easy baskets.
Here's LeBron. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, that's a fantastic job by Thompson. Really a perfect pick-and-roll man who's very skilled at diving to the cup.
Hill kicks to Favors. Knocks it loose. The dish to Hayward. Goes up to the stripe. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Hayward's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's James. The shot's good.
Yeah, simply doesn't seem to matter how many players LeBron has around him on the inside. He finds a way.
Gobert the screen. Hill dishes to Favors. It's back to Hill. A second chance effort. And the rejection by Love. And Thompson kicks to Williams. LeBron right side. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Alec Burks checked in for Utah.
Alec Burks.
Jazz leading by 15. Right side Favors. Pick up by Hill. Burks for 3. The rebound by Kevin Love. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Blocking foul.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
4th team foul. Timeout, please.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Now Hayward, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. Kicks it out to Love. There's the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And it's 7 points for Kevin Love.
Well, Love has worked to diversify his game. You have to guard him from the perimeter or he will burn you.
Now Hayward. Knocked away and stolen by James. And LeBron throws it down.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Yeah, that's right. Because it comes off the turnover, there's no way for the defense to get back in time.
Now here's Hayward. Soft touch off the glass. Hayward's got 9 points here in the second half.
This is what he does for this team. Provides consistent scoring that helps them get the lead and keep it.
LeBron kicks to Love. And stolen by Favors. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Smith outside. Thompson, a screen on Burks. Back to LeBron, a 15-footer, and again it's Cleveland.
LeBron has become such an accomplished mid-range shooter. You've got to crowd him or he's going to drop that one in every time.
And Hayward gets it to go.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Jazz.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Hayward.
Well, we're not going to be surprised when he turns in a game like this, but I thought he played especially well and a ton of productivity to go along with it.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Jeff Withy, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Johnson comes in for Derek Favors. Exum, he's checked in for Alec Burks. And Raul Neto subbed in for Hill. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
There's the pick. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Hayward. Softly drops in the floater. Hayward's got 30.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
Now, give some credit to the hometown crowd. They were a huge part of their success. The fans will leave happy tonight.
Now, here's Fry. And Anderson kicks to McRae. The tray. The shot missing. Here's Neto. He dishes it to Withy. Back to Neto. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Gordon, a great win over a very explosive team tonight.
Yeah, they're a team you got to be physical with them. You know, you can't let them get a rhythm going with the scores and the talent that they have. So we had to really match their intensity, and I thought it was a great win.
I know that's what you guys work on extensively, and it showed tonight. Thanks, Gordon. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And Ernie Johnson is still in the building, folks, for the postgame show. Coming up next,
The 2K Sports Post-Game Show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Gordon Hayward. He lit up the scoreboard in the first quarter. Defenders tried to make adjustments, but were woefully unsuccessful. Clearly, his outburst set the tone for the rest of the evening.
Very solid from the floor tonight. Hit on over half of his shot attempts, so he was able to push the action but still be efficient. The team rode that effort all the way to the bank.
The energy that Gordon Hayward plays with is always what jumps out at me. He works nonstop, whether it's in transition or in the half court. He's always grinding, and it doesn't hurt that he can light it up from the outside either. Great ball game for him tonight.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, spectacular, just great. I mean, see you.
Good night.